Now, an analogy that can help you remember that mean means average is you would think about a bully on the playground pushing this little boy, and he's really mean, the bully is, and he says, "You're average," and just pushes him, right? So he's mean, and he's calling the student average. It's a little silly, but it'll help you connect mean and average together. So the first approach is the one that I would definitely recommend. It's using Desmos. So let's look at how we'll do that. So we'll click on calculator in the upper right corner, which is where it'll be in the digital SAT software as well. And we're gonna go ahead and right away type the command mean and then put a parenthesis. Now, in case you didn't realize it, there's various commands. So if we go to the keyboard at the bottom, we can go to functions, and then we could scroll down and we can see under statistics, mean is one of them. But it's a little bit faster to just type in the word mean. So we'll type that in, we'll put a parenthesis, and we'll just start typing these values, 400, comma. Now it's important that we don't put X because it's going to not look at it as some unknown. It's going to assume it's an actual value. So when it's something that we're trying to figure out, we want to use the slider function. And basically we want to use something other than X or Y. Even if you use Z, that's fine. You could use A, whatever you desire. So let's go ahead and put A, and I'll just press enter, and it'll come up with the slider here. Now remember, our goal is to figure out what's this X, or in our case, A value, so that the mean ends up being 325. So we're going to go ahead and move this. And if I go to the left, it's getting smaller as far as the mean is concerned. If I go this way, it's getting bigger, but not by much. And if I want to get to 325, we're going to have to get much bigger, much faster. Noticing that the biggest value listed is 400, maybe I'll go ahead and change it so that the greatest value is 400. And I'll go ahead and count by ones. I'll press enter. And then now I can start going like this. And we could see here, okay, we're getting closer to 325. Let me keep going. Okay, I'm a little off. So now it gets a little bit harder to kind of navigate. So maybe I'll just go like this. I'll go, okay, 302, no, 301, 300, no. Let's go to 299. Okay, we figured it out. So the correct answer is 299, and we'd be done with the question. However, if you're curious how you would do it by hand, which I'm definitely saying Desmos is easier, but by hand what you could do is write out the fact that we know that, well, if these 5 values are going to give you an average of 325, that occurs when you add those 5 values and divide by 5, because an average is the sum of the number of terms divided by the number of terms. So we have 400 plus X plus 286 plus 350 plus 290, all that's divided by 5, and we know that that average is 325. Now, if we're not sure what to do from there, we'll go ahead and at least combine like terms. It's a pretty common thing to do. So we'll go ahead and add the 400, the 286, the 350, and the 290. Whether you use your calculator or the Desmos calculator, either way, you're going to get 1326. Or 1,326, and then we'll put that plus X over 5 is still equal to 325. Now, whenever I have a fraction on one side, I like to make the other side a fraction by putting it over 1, and then we see very clearly it's a proportion where we cross multiply. I like to start with the cross product that has the variable in it, in other words, the X. So if I do 1 times anything, I'm going to get that other thing. So 1,326 plus X is equal to, now the other cross product is 5 times 325. So we'll put that in the calculator, 5 times 325, and we get 1,625. And then finally, if I'm trying to get X by itself, I know that I have to subtract the 1,326 to the other side, and I could just put minus 1,326. And again, we get that the answer is 299.